Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Agent 12 Forecast, and welcome back to another video, guys. This is going to be another update on those intensifying severe thunderstorms in the south central into the plains. We're really going to have some new updates in there. I just want to keep everyone safe and give everybody those new updates so they know what to do and what to expect with these storms. So let's just get to the video, guys. Oh, before we get to the video, guys, please do not forget to share this video to family and friends in case you know anyone who is living in the area in the path. So go ahead and tell them that, what to do and watch my video for they can be safe. So this is generally going to be the area that has that will be affected by the area. So right now we have the worst of it right here, and then we're going to have some more rain move into the northern plains. So this is the if you're in the circle, this is where we're going to get the worst of the storm right now. Not like the whole day, but I'm talking about like more like of right now. So in this bright yellow color, stretching from the Texas area to Oklahoma, we have tornado watches, and then these green counties north of the Oklahoma City area, and then near the Wichita Falls area, we do have tornado warnings in effect for those counties. In the red and then in this orange color in Texas and Oklahoma, we do have severe thunderstorm warnings. So this would be basically the worst of the storms right now. And then this dark green, we have some flood watches in effect for Kansas, Missouri, parts of Arkansas and Oklahoma. And then this bright green color right here, we have some flood warnings. So that's where we can have the possible flooding threats too. And then we're actually going to have some wind advisories because it's going to be quite windy with these storms. It's going to bring in for the many of the areas, and it's even going to bring some wind advisories for the upper area in the plains, and then we're going to have some flood warning or flood watches in the South Dakota area. So let's go ahead and check out the radar, guys. It is really going to start intensifying as we go later or a bit more into the evening hours, but right now, or sorry, in the next hour, we're really going to see those strong bands stretch in that Oklahoma area, and then for the central part of Kansas, really going to have some strong bands there. That's where we have some of these flood warnings up there. And then we have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for these areas that are really going to get those strong bands. And then more another band. So we're going to have two bands right here that will connect in one. So this is where it's going to be starting to connect. And this is where it splits up. We're going to have one or two bands. So you can get, let's say you live here, you can get hit by this one and then this one. So you guys really need to be prepared for not just one, but maybe even 3 or 4 or even 5 bands that you can get hit with. But we go more into the evening hours, we're really going to have this band start to connect into one. Really going to have we're going to have that low pressure system that's going to form up behind it, which is really going to make the strong bands right here. This is where we're going to have possibly some tornado warnings in effect. This is the 4 hours, so it's going to be about 7:30 in that currently in the south central area. And then we're going to have some strong bands moving to the Missouri area, and then the strong bands near the Kansas City area. Kansas City can actually get probably see those really dark clouds. But as we go in the next couple hours, it's really going to intensify up into the Oklahoma area and southern Kansas. It's really going to have some strong bands, possibly large hail. That we can actually possibly, guys, not to scare you guys, but there's a good chance for an EF4 tornado right here. Wouldn't be surprised if there's an EF5 tornado in this really strong band. You can really see how elevated and really how high it is. It's all the way up here, guys. You can really see the simulator right here, all the way up there and possibly even higher. And then we're going to have a low pressure system, which is really going to bring some strong bands possibly for the Texas area. And then as we go more into Tuesday, we're going to have those strong bands moving to the Kansas area. And then we're going to have some strong bands for the Oklahoma City area. And then that low pressure system is really going to bring some really strong bands. A second band, but more into the Texas area. As that first one's going to move up into the northern part into the Missouri area before it moves into the Midwest. And then so that second low pressure system that was in Texas is really going to fall apart really fast. Not really going to have that that moisture to really give it, because that low pressure system is really going to move into the north, which will really feed this one more than this one. So this one's not going to really affect the Dallas area or the Austin area really much. Possibly just some little severe weather, but not going to be a big band. You can still probably have some severe weather, but going to be a very low chance of having that strong weather. And then we're going to have that really strong rain move into the upper plains into the Nebraska area. And then we have some possible severe weather into the Iowa area near Des Moines. And then we go more into there, we can have some more strong bands on Wednesday in effect for these in effect for the St. Louis area into the Little Rock area, so we can really have some small little bands. You can really see how it really goes apart right here, really strong and then really weak right here. That moisture is really going to take apart this, but that low pressure right here is really going to feed this area right here. But possibly strong bands. You can really see these wall clouds. Really can really even see how what's going to look like there. We're going to have those wall clouds over there into Wednesday, and then it's really going to go more into the central Illinois, possibly bring some strong severe weather for the southern part of Kentucky, northern part of Tennessee. So let's get it all the way into the plains and the Midwest for those people who are wondering if they're going to get flooding or severe weather. So again, this is what we saw right now in the next hour. So you really saw what's going to happen in Kansas. But let's go a bit more into the northern area. So we go later into tonight, we're going to have quite a lot of rain in Nebraska and parts of the Kansas and South Dakota area. And then we're going to have those really strong thunderstorms move into the Missouri area. But as we go into the tomorrow time, we're really going to have some possible flooding into the Iowa area and possible flooding in the Nebraska area, where that low pressure is really going to feed up some strong storms, and then possibly severe weather to the Illinois. So it's really going to not just be in the south central, guys. It's really going to move up north. So I really want people just to know that's not just the south central. Again, south central will be getting the worst of it, but we can have some really severe weather possible. Some little, not going to be as a strong band, but it's really going to be small but little parts. So that's why it's going to be a bit dangerous for the South Dakota, Nebraska area. And then we're going to have some snow in this for the Dakotas and parts of the Nebraska, and Wyoming can get a lot of snow with this system. But the areas more inland or the more central areas, South Dakota and Nebraska, can really get that rain from there. And again, this will be more to the tomorrow. But we go more to the evening hours tomorrow. That's where we're going to really see that wall line of those wall clouds. You can really see what it's going to look like that. You're going to see these really big clouds like this. And then you're going to see some more lighter clouds right there. I've seen some wall clouds before. Last year in the summer. It's really similar, so you can really see those clouds start to be like that. Madison, Wisconsin will see that. Chicago might even see it. Springfield will see it and actually have it. So we're going to have a lot of cities that are going to see experience those wall clouds up into the Midwest that really don't experience that. And then we're going to have some possible flooding in the Dakotas. Like I said, some possible snow in there. And now as we go more on, it's really going to start to fall apart. So yeah. Now let's go into the day one. So guys, this is what I'm talking about when it's really bad. We have a high chance, guys. This is the first time I've had a high chance ever in my videos. It's actually been one of the first times that I actually seen a high chance, guys. And me and David Schlotthauer actually talked yesterday. We predicted a high chance and we were right. So guys, this is what I mean. It's really going to be very bad, guys. And please believe me, this can be one of the worst severe weather we've seen in the past 2 years, and I am not joking. This is really going to be bad. So I wanted to keep this after the radar for you guys can actually see what that radar is going to make it look like. So guys, I want to go straight to the slight chance. The marginal chance we'll not really worry about yet. Sorry guys, gotta reload. But so we're really going to have a high chance, and it's going to cover a lot of area. Hold on, guys. It's loading a bit. Sorry if it's taking that long. It's not sure why it's loading so much. But yeah, we're really going to have some really big chance of severe weather. So we're going to have that slight chance there. We're going to have an outbreak of tornadoes possible. Potentially long track of violent remains likely today into the evening. All right, there we go. So we're really going to have quite a big area, and it's really compact. If you saw my video, it's really from yesterday, you can see a similarity. It's really compact in a small area, so that's why it's very dangerous. Because one time you can be in a slight chance, and it's so compact, you can be in a moderate risk. In the next hour, you can actually be in the moderate risk. So it's really going to be very dangerous for those areas. People think that if they're in slight chance, very slight, and then next thing you know, the moderate risk is right next to you. So the areas in the slight include Dallas, Fort Worth, Wichita, and Arlington, very well-known cities in that slight chance can experience 20-30 miles per hour wind. And then we go into the enhanced risk. That's where we get a bit more top of the notch of the severe weather. it covers about 1 million people in Amarillo, Abilene, Fort Worth, Fayetteville, and Springdale, Arkansas. So that's where you get really close to maybe to 35 to 40 miles per hour wind with possible pea-sized hail or quarter-sized hail. And then when we get to the moderate risk, that's where we're really going to get the very severe weather there, which include Tulsa, Wichita Falls, Broken Arrow, and in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Now that is actually up to 40-60 miles per hour winds with tennis ball sized hail, guys. Now that's what it's going to be like for these areas in that moderate risk. And you think moderate risk was bad? I bet you many of you people didn't even know there's such thing as a high risk, since it's very rare. It's been a very long time since we've had it. A high chance for these cities. If you are in the high chance, guys, I would consider going in your basement right now, as you are in the bullseye, not only for today, but you've probably been the bullseye in the severe weather in the past 2 years. We have not had really anything this severe, so it's not just like the most severe weather today, but it can be the most severe weather we've actually seen the past 2 years. So that is something, that's something I really wouldn't want to say to scare people, but it's really true. We could have some EF4 or EF5 tornadoes, a very high chance, so that's why it's under high. It's covering 2 million people, so it's very scary. It's including big cities like Norman, Oklahoma, Oklahoma City, Midwest City, all these areas into the Texas area, and I would not be surprised if the Wichita Falls area goes in there. I believe Wichita Falls is actually in that higher risk, as Wichita Falls is right here, but Wichita Falls can actually get in that high chance. So guys, it's very, very dangerous, and I really wanted to make a video on this as soon as I got home. Alright, so now we go into tomorrow. That's where we can have those wall lines or those wall clouds in there, and those strong bands possible. We can have those enhanced risks more into the Arkansas and Missouri area, and then these areas that are going to experience less of a wall clouds or the severe weather will be in a slight chance, such as the Illinois area, but it'll be more in the Wednesday when you see that those wall clouds into the Illinois and Wisconsin area. So we're going to have San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, Memphis, and Fort Worth in the marginal risk. And the reason why they're in that marginal risk instead of being like an enhanced or slight is because as you saw on that radar, those bands really started to fall apart there, and the strongest bands moved up here in this area. And a slight chance, it covers about 11 million people, and it includes Kansas City, Tulsa, Wichita Falls, Garland, and Shreveport. So it's barely going to get in that Louisiana area and Texas area. It's not really worried about there. But if you are in this area into the St. Louis, Springfield, Columbia, Fayetteville, and St. Charles, Missouri, you guys can actually experience the biggest threat tomorrow in the enhanced risk. Not going to be a moderate or high, so not going to be the biggest threat we've seen in 2 years. But yeah, that's what it's going to look like there, guys. So on Tuesday and then Wednesday, it's going to be very low chance of having severe weather there into the plains and Midwest, and then we can just have a marginal for those scattered little bands after that system. So now let's get into the amount of rain that we can actually see. So we're going to have another system after the storm, so that's why you saw those numbers go up. But this is when this storm's actually going to end. So the highest amount of rain will be in this small little band stretching from that Kansas City area all the way into that Tulsa and Oklahoma City area. That's where we can have the most amount of rain. But it's going to be southwest of the Oklahoma City area. That's where we're going to experience to 4.5 to 5.5 inches right here. And then near that Kansas City area, we can experience up to 3.5 to 4.5 inches there, and then a good amount of rain near that snow line or mixed line. And the South Dakota and Nebraska can experience up to 3 inches, quite a good amount. And then those areas just west can get quite a bit of snow. And then we can have a good amount of snow in that St. Louis area, experience up to 2.5 inches there, and then a good amount for that Wichita Falls area. Not going to be a lot of rain for the Ohio Valley, not going to really head that way, but it can bring a good amount for the Iowa area and Illinois area, up to 3 inches at most in these states. But again, the most amount of rain will be in this small little area from the south central. So now let's get to the case. Now I believe it's going to be quite interesting with these high numbers. Wouldn't be surprised if we get some high 5,000s. Would not be surprised. But let's go ahead and check it. So let's go start in the Shreveport area. Shreveport area can be 3,900. Haven't been that high in the past couple of days. I'm already putting my mouse on Texas 5,100 upstate, or the upper part of Texas. Now we see some more 5,000s near the Wichita Falls area. So you can see the Wichita Falls area, I believe, was in that high chance there. 5,500 for some the upper area in Texas. And this is where we're going to see some really high numbers, 5,500 again. But probably going to see these higher numbers in southern Texas, 5,600. So I told you I wasn't going to be surprised if we see these high numbers, because you can even tell by the dark red color. But let's go all the way into 11 p.m. tonight. It's going to start to fall apart, but it's going to bring a bit more some energy into the Jackson area, 2,600. A lot less numbers into this area. We saw some 5,000s there. Now we're just going to see some low 1,000s. Really going to fall apart very fast, but we're going to have some high numbers more into the south of the Oklahoma City area, and really high numbers into the southwest area, Texas. Some very high 4,000s and low 5,000s. Let's go to 2 p.m. tomorrow. 2 p.m. tomorrow is going to be a bit calmer, or actually a lot calmer. Not going to see 4,000s, I believe. We're just going to see some mid or 3,600 will be about the highest number that we see. 8 p.m. That's where we can see a bit more some numbers in small little band in southern Texas with some 4,500s, 4,600, and we might see 1 or 2 5,000 near that Victoria and Corpus Christi area. And then we go to 11 p.m. It's going to be calmer, and then by we go to Wednesday, we might see, we're going to see those wall clouds into the plains in the Midwest. We might see some areas there. Memphis can have some high numbers. Little Rock can see some more high numbers. Oklahoma City see some high numbers. It really pops out again, just like that. It pops out, and then it really gets very high when this next system really comes in. So we're gonna have a next system that comes in that's really gonna bring a lot more rain. So yeah, so this will be a next system that I need to talk about after this video, or after tomorrow. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it if you do. On my way to 10,000 subscribers, a big leap forward. And yeah, see you guys in my next video, and bye.